Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Master Grade video review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the Master Grade Gundam Deathscythe Hell from the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz OVA, and as you can tell, this is, out of all of the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz video reviews I've done so far, this one actually is the only one that has been featured in anime form. So this is how Deathscythe Hell is featured in the OVA for Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, and honestly, you gotta say this is probably, I do like this version of the Deathscythe better than the original. And as you can tell, most of the stuff going on is recolor, with the big difference being the wings. But we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the details going on here. And I can bring in the Deathscythe for comparison real quick. But head sculpt, if you can't tell, I did kind of break the V-fin right here, so I did my best to try to fix it as good as I could. But yeah, very nice head sculpt, same exact head. The only difference being the V-fin with the crest in the middle is all one piece instead of being two separate pieces. And what I did for the camera, if you can tell, is I painted it actually with a clear orange instead of a clear green, like how it's supposed to be in the OVA. If I can get the light to shine in there just right, you might be able to see the eyes are still supposed to be green, it's just the camera ends up becoming orange. And that comes through all the way to the back. Just like that. And another big difference is the shoulders. We have these big shoulders with these big white spikes coming off. And he doesn't have the Buster Shield anymore. He's got these two pauldrons sticking up off of his arms. But aside from that, everything else is the same. And the cockpit hatch still does open. And if we shine the LED in there, we could get a good, probably get a good glimpse of the Duo Maxwell figure sitting in there. And, yep, so there's that. And I will real quick bring in, just for comparison, the Deathscythe that I've reviewed already. Just to kind of show them off. Kind of sucks, I'm trying to review a black kit on a black backdrop, so I don't know. It might show up pretty well, but yeah, there's the two of them standing up next to each other side by side. And you can see the obvious differences between the two, and there's that. Go ahead and take a look at articulation. Everything is the same on this kit as it is the original Deathscythe, so if you've seen that review, this might get a little bit repetitive. But we do have a head on a ball joint, as well as a rocker joint back and forth on the neck. And we do have the shoulders that can bend out and rotate, but the wings will end up getting in the way with those. We do have a universal joint in the shoulder, as well as a double jointed elbow to get nearly a 180 degree bend. We get the double ball joint system going on with the torso at the middle and lower part of the torso, so we can get it to rock around any which way, as well as rotate for the waist. And the hip, the skirt armor does all get out of the way fairly decently. So, oop, and that one came off, so yep, gets out of the way. Universal hips, so swings forward and backwards, comes out. Thigh swivel, and then the knee, we get about 180 degree bend in the knee, And then double jointed ankle system, so top and bottom of the ankle piece gets a joint, or gets a ball joint. And then the foot, the toe part can bend down, and this piece on the front can pivot. So there is the articulation for the Deathscythe Hell, and we'll take a look at the articulation in the wings in just a moment, because I'll show that off with the accessories. So just try to get him to stand upright. With those wings, he does get a little bit back heavy, not too bad. It's just enough to kind of get a little problematic in certain areas. Now, real quick, size comparison time. As we all saw, he does stand pretty much, since he is the same exact kit, basically, he stands up shoulder to shoulder with the original Deathscythe. And real quick, we can pose him here, try to get both of these guys in the same shot without the wings being too much of a problem. But there is him standing up next to the original Gundam. And as you can see, the original Gundam's obviously going to be a little bit bigger. And go ahead and show him up next to the Wing Proto Zero. So there is that. And my light is flashing and it is bothering me, but my camera's not picking it up, so weird. Anyways, accessories. Now, the accessories end up being pretty much the same exact for the Deathscythe, the original Deathscythe, minus the parts to make the Buster Shield. So, we do get the swappable fingers, we get the 2 default fists that I have attached on, we get the 2 gripping hands with the teeth in them, we get the 2 splayed open fingers, and we get the 2 gripping fingers that don't have the teeth in them. And we get the action base connector, which is a fairly decent action base connector. That's actually the kit that I have an action base use, but I forgot to bring it down with me when I went to do the review, so I can't show that off. We get a 1/100 pilot of Duo Maxwell, this time molded in the gray plastic as opposed to the white. And then we also get, once again, the Beam Scythe, which is carbon copy of the original's Beam Scythe. Nothing special done to it, but that's because in the Endless Waltz OVA, there's nothing different to the Beam Scythe for Deathscythe Hell. Now, if this were the Okawara version, there would actually be 2 blades coming out, which we could have one coming out right there, and then one coming out here at the top where this one comes from. And real quick, I'll just get the blade in there. And he can hold that just as well. And I'll show that off in just a moment. And then now we can get to the wings. And these wings, if you can't tell, I did do some painting. There was this kind of weird swirly texture going on with the plastic because of the large flat pieces that got used. So I did a matte black dry brush over, and you can see I kind of wanted to go with some of the grittier look of it, so that's why I actually made it so the brush strokes would be visible, so it kind of has a grittier, more granular look to it, to the matte finish. Kind of just gives it a little bit more of a texturized look to it, so it's not flat and kind of boring looking. And then I also painted the wing tips in a metallic red, which came off looking really, really great and wanting to collect dust, so there's that. And now for posability wise, these wings do quite a bit, but as you can see right now, it's not going to do anything. What you have to do is you have to extend the wing sections out, which sometimes is a little bit easier said than done. If we can go ahead and remove the... What popped off? Oh, I know it popped off. But yeah, we can go ahead and just remove the wings from Deathscythe Hell, maybe, if the polycap's wanting to cooperate with me. There we go. Yeah, remove the wings, set them off to the side, and we can go ahead and look at the wing piece itself. And on this piece right here, it is hinged on the backpack connection, so it does go up and down, and it's kind of a tight move to move, but it does go up and down to get out of the way. And then the wings here can fold out and then rotate up like this, as well as allow these wing pieces to fold back. And then these guys can extend out, and then these can fold forward and fold back any which way you need them to. So by fully extending the wings out, we do get a very nice wide wingspan, even wider than what we had them displayed with earlier. And get, while I'm here, just get that skirt armor piece that I popped off to go back on. Alright, there we go. So, whoa! Let's bump the camera, why don't we? So yeah, even with those wings extended out, he does still get a little back heavy, but if you balance the weight out, you can get it to work. There we go. And one thing that the wings can do is they can fold forward and become a cloak. And we can do that by, first what we have to do is we have to take these white pieces, and I believe, hang on, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm pretty sure, hang on, take off the arm so I don't risk hurting any part of the Gundam. I was like, okay, so what happens is you pull it up and it comes out, and then it can get up and out of the way. And then just do the same on this guy right here. I feel like that's not right though. Hang on. Oh yeah, that is right. Okay. So yeah, those arm, or those pieces of the arm will end up getting out of the way. And then come around here, we'll get them folded all the way up first. And then we'll fold down the wing tips, get them out of the way, and then just fold the wings around. I believe the back section has to be put, or this section has to be pushed in for it to work, and there goes that skirt armor piece again. And there goes the other side. Come on. Okay. So then those fold around. And they should fold to where the pieces are completely flat. There we go. And then, if you can tell inside these pieces, the red pieces for the wingtips, there is a grooved like a grooved slot where you just take the two of them and they should slide together. And now there we have Deathscythe in his cloaked form, which does look pretty neat, not all too impressive. I do like the way the big decal for his Deathscythe Hell, the XXXG-01D2 shows up. So there we have that. There we have both of the Deathscythes again. And just overall, I really do like this kit. Now, out of the two of them, I do think I have to say I do like Deathscythe Hell a lot more because of all the different stuff that's going on, and the connection for the shoulders feels a lot tighter in Deathscythe Hell than it was in the original Deathscythe. So it's just personal preference between the two. If you do like Deathscythe, either one, pick up one or the other. It doesn't matter. They're both pretty much the same kit, except for this guy comes with a little bit more extra with the wings. And once again, this guy is more anime accurate to how he actually appears in a form of anime, whereas this guy only appears like this in the Glory of Losers manga, which is all just basically the redesigns of Katoki Hajime's for the mobile suits. So just overall, out of the two, I do like Deathscythe Hell a little bit better because of a lot more stuff that he has going on with him. And I know I didn't show him holding off the beam scythe, but that's because it's pretty much the same exact thing as holding on to that one. So, but anyways, just overall very nice kit. I do like it. I do recommend it. If you the one big thing is there's a lot of dry transfer decals that go on the wings. As you can see, going all throughout those, all of those decals end up being dry transfers. And that's pretty much all there is for dry transfers on this kit. And there's actually a couple of actual sticker decals that go on here, but most of the stickers are, or most of the decals on this kit that are dry transfer go on the wings. Yeah. Once again, overall very nice kit. If you like Deathscythe from the OVA Endless Waltz, I do highly recommend you pick this kit up. It's a very fun build. Either Deathscythes are very fun build. It's just with this one offering a lot more. There's a lot more fun stuff that you can do with it. And anyways, yeah, I just highly recommend this kit. It was a fun build, fun to do. The painting, the extra painting, it's not necessary. I did it. It was optional. I just did it because I liked the extra look that it would give it. So I went ahead and did it that way. And just overall, once again, I just can't recommend this kit enough. And anyways, this has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review, and I will see you guys again next time. See ya.